Hello, Andrew Bell with you once again. Now, pleasingly, we're starting to put a lot of the distractions behind us that existed for the last 6 weeks. First and foremost was our federal election, but also a series of short weeks and long weekends and all the holidays that went with it that proved very disruptive for business. And of course, everyone trying to absorb the impact of the US trade deficits, which is showing some signs of settling, and hopefully more peace talks around some of the turbulence in the world. But I guess all of the above is a picture of the world that we live in these days, where so much is happening and so often of large magnitude proportions. There is no question the real estate market slowed a little over the past 5 or so weeks, but it's pleasing to see straight after the election it sparked back to life again. What we have to remember about the real estate market is that we continue to be in the grips of a severe housing undersupply situation, with demand far outstripping new homes being built at this stage, and with no quick fix to that big problem. We know that governments have been open about the fact that Australia needs about 240,000 new homes per annum to meet the demand. But from the latest figures, we see that annual completions were just over 170,000, a shortfall of 70,000 one year. All of the promises made by both sides of government during the election campaign did not truly change the supply issue, but rather all the policies recommended were actually going to trigger even larger demand, not the solution. Until we deal with the fact that construction costs are up somewhere between 30 and 40% in most areas, and that we have a shortage of skilled labour right across the board, we still have overly complex planning and zoning restrictions, and the banks are wary of financing developers altogether, then this supply problem is going to continue. Remember, 70,000 last year, and one would assume 70,000 or so this year and next year, and so you can see the compounding effect that this is going to take a decade or more to fix. Now, here on the Gold Coast, one of the approaches to try and keep development going is for developers to build smaller projects. Instead of buildings of 200 plus apartments, they're more likely to be looking to do buildings half that size. Whilst this doesn't help speed up the supply, one good aspect is we might see some buildings built faster. We are also faced with affordability issues. For example, Surfers Paradise has seen a 120% increase in the median house price since 2020, with a 37% increase in the past year. Believe it or not, the median price in Surfers Paradise is now $4 million, which is why people are casting their eyes outside of Surfers Paradise for new opportunities. Now, 2 quick other points. It's great to see that whilst Western Australia is positioned as Australia's strongest state economy for the second consecutive quarter, leading in 5 of the 8 key economic indicators, including retail spending and unemployment, Queensland has jumped to share second place with South Australia, whilst also claiming the top spot for economic momentum. This was all from Concept's latest State of the States report. Good to see some new energy that's bunkering down and getting the job done here in Queensland, and hopefully we will see that momentum continue. And the last is some exciting news for us. Whilst we've operated Ray White Surfers Paradise Group for the past 35 years, we wanted to break out of our perceived perception of only operating in Surfers Paradise marketplace. As such, we've parted company with our Ray White Surfers Paradise offices and are stepping up into a whole new concept, the Ray White Bell Group, where we have 5 major operations, including our residential sales operation across the entire Gold Coast, Ray White Commercial Gold Coast, Ray White Project Marketing operating also right throughout southeast Queensland, and Ray White Advisory, which is providing services to all Gold Coasters whatever their needs are, whatever guidance they're looking for, and some direction about their real estate needs. And of course, our powerhouse property management operation operates both residentially and commercially all over the Gold Coast again, and in fact into northern New South Wales and lower parts of Brisbane. So we're excited about what the future holds for us. This is really the opportunity of beefing up our operations and bringing a new level of expertise to all of those above operations I just touched on. We're positioning our office in our CBD of the Gold Coast as a significant statement that we're at the heartbeat of the city and available for all real estate needs. Now, if you have any particular questions about this, please do not hesitate to contact me. Details are on screen. I look forward to being back with you again in 2 weeks. Till then, best of regards.